Hello and welcome to Off the Page, a newsreel from Eureka, the bookstore for the young. I am Seher, here to give you news about new books in each age category. The first book of the video is That's Not My Name by Anusha Saeed, the story of Mirha, who's very excited for her first day of school. She gets all dressed up, says goodbye to her family, but then her day doesn't quite go as she had hoped when nobody in school can pronounce her name correctly. And then they start asking her if they can call her something simpler or something different, even though that's not her name. She goes home disheartened and contemplates picking something else that people can call her that they might find easier. But then her family helps her realize the importance of her name, as well as help her figure out what to do the next time someone gets her name wrong. This is a lovely story with incredibly sweet illustrations about owning your differences with confidence. Next is Paper Boat, Paper Bird by David Almond with illustrations by Kirsty Bertaiman, a short novel for young readers in which we follow Mina, a character who we were introduced to in the author's award-winning novel Skellig. This book takes place in Kyoto, Japan, where Mina is traveling with her mother. And one day in a crowded bus, a woman hands her an origami crane and an origami boat, which leads her to a wonderful new world. This is a quiet, comforting story about the beauty of travel and unfamiliar, familiar places. This book is also filled with wonderful atmospheric illustrations that add so much to the storytelling. The next book is Silver Linings by Fiona Woodcock, the story of two friends who navigate the ups and downs of a regular day together. Whatever situation they find themselves in, they help each other find the silver lining. Whenever one of them finds that they've made a mistake that they feel they can't turn back from, the other one helps make it a triumph. I loved the soft texture illustrations in this incredibly sweet book that makes you want to find your friends and give them a hug. The Color of Hope by Ross Mackenzie is a middle grade fantasy novel in which we follow Hope, who lives in a world where all the color has been taken by the Emperor and his necromancer. Hope was born with the ability to bring color back to whatever she touches, but that also puts her in a lot of danger as just speaking about color is outlawed. After her parents die trying to protect her as a baby, she is taken in by Sandy, a mage who is constantly traveling and healing wherever he goes. But as Hope grows up, it gets harder and harder to keep her color in, which means that danger is coming. This is a charming fantasy story filled with adventure, danger, and what it takes to bring color back to the world. The last book for the video is Dragonfly Eyes by Cao Wenchuan, translated from the Chinese by Helen Wang, a historical fiction novel set in 1960s China in which we follow Mei and her French grandmother. They have an incredibly close bond, and as Mei lives life in the present, she's also connecting with her family's past through the stories her grandmother tells her. 1960s China is a time of war and instability, and people are incredibly suspicious of their family's European heritage. Their family goes through a lot during this time of political upheaval, losing their entire silk business and being left with almost nothing. Told through the tender lens of the relationship between grandmother and granddaughter, this intergenerational story is one that will stay with you for a long time. Liked what you saw and heard? Want to buy any of these? Log on to www.eurekabookstore.com and place your order now. Also, follow us on Instagram for a daily feed of books. If you happen to live in Delhi or are just passing by, please drop by at M75 M Block Market, Greater Kailash Part 2. Our team will be more than happy to help you choose books. Please let us know in the comments down below what you liked or didn't, and if you have any suggestions for what else you would like to see, please let us know.